Panic, panic, panic. There's nothing but panic within the markets at the moment. And you can see that Bitcoin pulled back. We got a drop on Bitcoin, but look what happened to the altcoins yesterday. You'd seen that dominance spiked back up. This is what we don't want, guys. We need this lower high to be maintained. So ultimately, we need to understand what Bitcoin needs to do next. Is Bitcoin going to pull back? If it does, what would happen to the altcoins? And is this trend still intact? Good morning, guys. I'm Keith. This is Crypto Bullseye. So this is going to be a Bitcoin update. And it's important that we understand what Bitcoin's doing today, going into next week, and what it's going to be doing over the weekend, guys, because ultimately Bitcoin leads our bags. We had a drop yesterday on Bitcoin. We had a drop of 3.28% to the downside, 3.28%, guys. And on the back of that, it created fear within the market, minus 21%, minus 11.2%, minus 7.9%. You can see the altcoins bled a lot harder, and that's what we talk about. Bitcoin needs to give conviction. Altcoins need to follow. So it's going to be easy, guys. We're going to be sticking a trend line in. We've got a couple of support buys here that we talked about in the last video. One is the Fibonacci retracement, which is a 38.2 from this swing. 38.2, that's sat at 97,896. That's below the 100,000, guys. Could pull back there. The second one is going to be the 618, guys. It's going to be the 618, but it's going to be this retrace here from the swing high to the swing low. And you can see one thing. Price reacted underneath this level before. It was rejected, it was rejected, it was rejected. This was a build-up of price action, which is going to create, guys, an RS flip. So if we pull back to this level here, between these support buys, expect buy orders, buy orders, buy orders, and enough conviction to push us through this trend. Let's have a look what the indicators are saying. So oversold there, we're waiting for a break on Bitcoin, and that's going to help identify what dominance is going to do. So this is the dominance. We need this lower high structure to be maintained. Guys, if Bitcoin manages to push up again past here, altcoins will bleed hard. That's why we need to understand how far it's going to pull back, what dominance is going to do, and more importantly, Ethereum. I'm bringing Ethereum into the bag. Why? Because we were in this structure here that we needed to break through. We needed to hold this as support, and we needed to break the 200 moving average. Guys, we were in a pennant here, and we've dropped to the downside. That is bearish for Ethereum. We're retesting. We're rejecting at this level. And the aim of the game in the short term is for Ethereum to get back in the wedge, break the 200, hold that as support, and then you'll start seeing one thing. This is Ethereum, Bitcoin. Ethereum will start outperforming Bitcoin. That will create what we've been waiting for. There's Bitcoin season, Ethereum season. What happens within Ethereum season, guys? Alt season. So alt season 25 will happen within Ethereum season. And total 3, we're waiting for total 3 to break up. And it's all about direction, guys. I've said buy orders, total 3. Where can it pull back to? This is the support base. This is the invalidation point. That's 783 billion. So you can see we're getting a reaction from here, reaction and pushing up. So it is important that we look at Bitcoin, stick in a trend line, guys. Total 3. This is your crypto outside of Bitcoin, outside of Ethereum, waiting for one thing, waiting for a break. Waiting for a break, waiting to take out the 200 period moving average. That's sat at 895 billion. And then the last thing that we're going to look at is this USDT dominance. Now it's broken the 50 period moving average. We've got support on the 200, and we need a push to the downside. This is the dominance of the US dollar tether. We need that to be weak. You can see when you look at the Dixie, guys, you look at the actual strength of the actual dollar against a bag of fiat currencies is weak. It's weak. And then you look at that compared to the USDT dominance. Guys, people are buying stable coins. People are not buying dollars. The USDT dominance within the crypto market cap is increasing, and we need a reduction on that. For a reduction on that, we need one thing. We need Bitcoin to break this trend. So collectively, guys, these charts are important. These are the most important charts that we're going to be looking at this weekend. I'll be doing all of your altcoin requests in the Discord. Get yourself in the Discord group, and I'll see you in the next one.